So yeah, let's get into this one. Let's see what he has to say.
This is the evening of Tuesday, the January 20th, 2026. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. I waited for good 2 days before I could react to the post made by Sheikh Ahmed Gumi on his Facebook profile, on his Facebook wall. So he's posted this on Facebook on Sunday. That is exactly about 2 days ago. The reason why I waited to see if Nigerians do read the handwritings on the wall. Now, if you understand the news of shock that is being spread,
people who reject the call for peace would have no option but to face and endure the consequences of war. Consequences of war. War with who? Who?
Across the whole news media from around the world about the 160 Christians who were kidnapped in Kaduna State on Sunday while they were in the church. So, Nigerian government have not officially reacted to that. They keep silence. They continue to keep silence because there is a narrative that they are currently, trying to stop, the narrative that all is well in Nigeria. But unfortunately, they forget that we're in 2026. We are no longer in 1967. Now, Dr. Ahmed Abubakar Mahmoud Gumi, he wrote, "People who reject the call for peace will have no option but to face and endure the consequences of war." Let me repeat that. The people who reject the call for peace would have no option but to face and endure the consequences of.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Why do we have a man like this? Hey, why are guys like this in Nigeria? Like, Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Of war. Now, let me connect a line or a dot for you because a lot of people will come to social media without understanding what is going on. Social media brings out everything you need to know, but you need to have a very deep mind and ability to think before you can understand what is actually going on. Now, the moment Gumi was posting this, that the people who reject the call for peace will have no option but to face and endure the consequences of war, what was the exact time that the ISIS-linked bandits were abducting Christians. Now, the message is very simple. Let me break this down for you. Who is Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, as people call him? He's an Islamic cleric who believes in radicalism.
Yep.
Sheikh Gumi has been arrested or was arrested in Saudi Arabia, was about to be charged for a life imprisonment case. And the administration of Goodluck Jonathan helped him and brought him back because the case was all about someone who he was having conversation with that was going to bomb America. And the person was intercepted in Amsterdam, Schiphol Airport. He was flying to Michigan, if I pronounce it well, I don't know. So that was the story on the web.
So I'm very sure a lot of Nigerians don't know about that story. So many Nigerians have no clue, like, what the fuck is going on. If a guy like Sheikh Gumi is banned from coming into Saudi Arabia, Sheikh Gumi, who is a concrete Muslim, like when I say concrete Muslim, like Islam is in his blood. Saudi Arabia banned him. They banned him. That should tell you a lot about who this man is. If your fellow Muslim person can ban you from coming to their country. Mind you, Saudi Arabia is an Islamic country. It's an Islamic state. But they banned this man, who is he's not just any kind of Muslim. He's a sheikh, an Islamic cleric. Like, that's huge. And then they banned him because of ties with a guy that tried to bomb Michigan some time ago. A lot of Nigerians don't know this story. People don't know anything. They are busy posting memes, following what's trending, following musicians up, around the place, but have no idea what's happening. There you have it.
They used to call him then. I shared that story in one of my videos. Now, this Sheikh Ahmed Gumi I have the newspaper report, where he said that Boko Haram is a blessing to the northern Muslims. Boko Haram is now the most dangerous terrorist on earth as I speak to you now, because of their affiliation with ISIS, ISWAP. So Boko Haram is very dangerous. But
imagine someone telling that Boko Haram is a blessing to Islam. A blessing. And this is the man you let to walk around freely, to go scot-free. And then you went and arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for simply demanding for freedom. And then you left this man to be roaming about the place. Naija. Hey! Now what for Nigerian leaders? Now what for una? Una look this man finish. This man, they talk all these things, they come out from him mouth. Una no do anything. Una leave him. Men just they walk up and down freely. No investigation, nothing. Nigerian leaders, now what for una? Waiting they worry una. Una no they think again. Huh? Now wow.
It is dangerous to the secular world, Western world, but to Sheikh Ahmed Gumi and his people, Boko Haram is a blessing. Why? Because Boko Haram is helping them to expand the cause of Islam by killing Christians, killing people they call infidels, those who do not believe in these people. Now, Abubakar Sheikh Ahmed Gumi.
And this is true. You see, this is what he just said now is something they call jihad. You see, now jihad is when you try to further spread Islam, do things in the course of spreading, like with the hopes of spreading Islam. Now, you see religious extremism, especially in Islam, this like the way it works. They don't care about how many people die in the process. As long as it spreads Islam, as long as it encourages the widespread of Islam, it's okay, it's fine. Like, they can literally kill even their own just to spread Islam. They can kill their own fellow Muslims just to spread Islam. It's not just Christians, it's not just the Jews, it's not just the atheists or the Orthodox. They can even kill their own to spread Islam. It's a very sick mentality. These are sick people. They are not, I don't even understand where they are getting this courage from. Imagine someone telling you that Boko Haram is a blessing to Islam. Can you imagine what this guy is saying?
Was a person who always negotiates, stands like a mediation between the terrorists and the government, telling the government to pay the terrorists, bring them into the society, pardon them, and so on and so forth. So this is the principles of war they are using, not because they actually needed peace, but the peace they need is not what you could define as peace. Now, what is the peace Sheikh Ahmed Gumi is talking about? Sheikh Ahmed Gumi have been telling the Nigerian government to give the terrorists, the ISIS-linked terrorists called bandits and Boko Haram people, that you should give them part of your land to take care of it, pay these terrorists, bring them into the society, like build schools for the terrorists.
God.
And the more you do it, the more the terrorists expand. They have been using the principles of Hudaybiyah, that is the principles of peace deal, peace treaty. Every now and then, government sign peace treaty with these terrorists. The more you sign peace treaty with them, the more they expand, the more they kill people, the more they take, communities, the more they take over states, expanding the cause of Sharia. And we have so many states in Europe to 12 as I speak to you now, who uses Sharia. And know that anybody who uses Sharia law does not respect any constitution. Even the constitution of that country will be a second class, because nobody pulls any other law below Sharia, anybody who practices Sharia in full. And that is what is going on in Nigeria. Now, there is no place where people who practice Sharia can cohabit with people who believe in common law, like this kind of Western laws and so on and so forth, okay? There is no how. Why? Because it is strictly in Sharia law, which is backed up by Quran, that infidels, that is Christian, Jews, atheists, must be killed. Let me repeat that. Infidels must be killed. So someone who believes that every other religion, people are infidel, they are unbeliever, they must be killed. But there is an option that will make them not to be killed, like what ISWAP told Christians last month. They said every Christian in Nigeria will pay with their blood. But the condition they gave was convert to Islam, or you continue to pay jizya tax. So that is the situation, that is the condition. So Sheikh Ahmed Gumi needed peace. The peace he needs is that you must succumb to Islam. You must believe in the cause these people are doing. You must not see these people as terrorists. You must not see people bombing churches, bombing everywhere. You must not see them as terrorists. You must see them like people who are freedom fighters. They are fighting for their right. They are fighting for the weapons of, the people who believe in Sharia and so on and so forth. So this was the peace he was trying to push. And listen, before the kidnap of 160 Christians, Christopher Musa, former Chief of Defense Staff of Nigeria and currently the Minister of Defense, he went to Arise News, of which I published the video as well, and he made a statement that anybody talking about peace, all those things, that they are going to come after them. The following day, what happened? These people started mass kidnapping of Christians because of that statement, and that was simultaneously Sheikh Ahmed Gumi posted that as they were kidnapping, that those people who do not choose peace would have to live enduring the pain of war. Now, let me tell you these things.
Can you imagine making peace? Imagine discussing with a terrorist, someone who literally believes that every other person should have a different ideologies than me. Everybody should subscribe to my ideology. Now, if you don't subscribe to my ideology, you ought to die. Now, imagine making a peace deal with such a creature. Just think about that for a second. Simply because of you want to spread Islam. Like, okay, I get it. You want to spread Islam. Okay, preach. You can preach about Islam. You can preach about it. It's okay. You can try to convert people. But don't do it by sword. Don't force people. In fact, the more you force people, the more people will even run away from your religion. What kind of a religion is this? And if your religion is about you want to convert people by using force, by shooting them, by killing them, then I'm afraid no sane person wants to identify with such religion. Yes. The fact that you believe that using force is what using force is what you need to bring people to think the same way as you do. The fact that you do just that goes a long way to tell me about your religion, that your religion is not about peace. Simple. That's simply what it means. If you're your right senses, that is how you see it. It's basically violence. That's all. Why are you forcing people to become Muslims when they don't want to? Christians don't do this. Christians will only preach. Sometimes we don't even go. If they even send us out, I've seen some preachers before in Nigeria, when they go to people's houses and they want to preach the gospel, when they get kicked out, they walk away. It's as simple as that. That's why God gave you free will. You can worship whoever it is you want to worship. If really God wanted you to worship Him, it's easy for Him. You could have easily eliminated Satan, eliminated everything that is a distraction, and then He will force you to serve Him. He could have done that easily. But He was like, nah, let me give them free will so you can make your choices. And then you, who is an ordinary human being, a fucking human being, you are not telling people how they should live their life. How you're not telling people what kind of religion that they should practice. And if this thing continues like this, the whole world is gonna hate on Islam. It's as simple as that, and you won't like what you will get. Because when you have the whole world against you, please don't start crying victim. I don't want to hear people crying victim saying that, oh, Muslims are being attacked. I don't want to hear any of that. Because if you keep doing this, what do you think will happen? The whole world will hate you, of course. Right now, you are drawing serious problems. You are drawing unnecessary and unwanted attention towards yourself and towards your religion. People will hate this religion. People around the whole world, even people who are not religious, they'll start hating on you. Whenever they see a Muslim, they start having bad thoughts. This is how it starts. And then before you know it, the whole world will now decide to gang up on Islam. And then when the problem starts, when they start doubling down, you start crying victim. you start saying that, oh, Islam, Muslims are being oppressed. I don't want to hear any of that. Me, my hand no day. If it starts, me nobody come they cry, come my side to say Muslims they die, they kill them. Because now these kind of things now they start. These are the kind of things that starts things like crusade. You see, Christians, it's not like they cannot, it's not like we Christians are not capable of violence. Christians are very capable of violence. In fact, they are way capable. Them being their capability of violence is like it's on steroids. They are just keeping silent. You guys saw what happened in the crusade. You saw what happened there. These are the kind of things that rile Christians up, and then they drop their values aside and then they become barbaric. Yeah. And you should be scared because Christians, we will have principles. They should fear you. Because see, I'm not talking about myself personally, but Christians in general. If you successfully radicalize Christians, if they come after you, it's gonna be ugly. I'm telling you. These people have no idea what they are doing. Continue. No problem.
Either you understand it or not, but I am here to always decode, security threats to you and tells you what is going on and what to come. Shegumi is just directly telling you, as Nigeria or Nigerians, if you people refuse to accept these people, if you people refuse to accept Sharia, accept these terrorists, you have to prepare and endure the pains of war forever. What Sheikh Ahmed Gumi is saying is not something that is, it's not something that is not common. I remember listening to the Sultan of Sokoto. He made a statement that if this terrorism of banditry ISIS is going to end in Nigeria, that it is going to take decades. Don't forget that a decade is 10 years. So when he made mention of decades, he's talking about minimum of 20 years and above. That is if it is going to stop. So someone should ask him or herself, what is the problem all about? This is all about Islamization of Nigeria. It's a global problem. So it's not only a Nigeria problem.
Yeah,
now,
it's a global
another
problem,
thing that makes me laugh about people who are trying to be politically correct. You see these extremists and you are trying to say that you have to join hands together and fight them. You and who should join hands together and fight them? These people are not ready to fight them. They keep on supporting them. Do you know the reason why they keep on supporting them? Because in their holy book is a mandate to kill people who are not of the same faith. So you and who should join hands together and fight them? It is deception. Any politician, including Christopher Musa, telling you that Nigerians are dying, we should join hands together and fight them. Do these core Muslims and extremists tell you that they want to fight Boko Haram or bandits? Or do you want to come against their religion, which says that they should kill the opposite religion? It's a question I'm putting forth. Because you need to think before you talk. Trying to be politically corrected was what led Iran to where they are today. But thank God that the generation is rising in Iran, saying no, Iran is never a Muslim nation. Iran was more or less, they are Persians and they lived secular lives before, just like the Afghanistan, the people of Turkey, Lebanon, and these places were radicalized.
He's absolutely right. Absolutely. He's spot on. Iran was never a Muslim country. Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, they were never Islamic countries. Never. I saw Iran, I saw a video of Iran in the 70s, and my God, wow. Iran in the 70s is like America of today. Like the way they live their life. It was so secular. In fact, you won't even know that they are Muslims. Back in the 70s. I urge you guys to go and watch the video. It's totally different. Afghanistan, look at how Afghanistan was back in those days before Islam came. Sharia law. Sharia law is dangerous, my guy. You don't want to put your country under Sharia law. You don't want to put your country under Sharia law. I don't know why people can't learn from this. Is it that... Wait, I don't care if you're a Muslim, if you're a Christian. Is it that you don't like freedom? Don't you want to think freely for yourself? Do you want to live in a system that constantly crushes you for not putting on a hijab? Don't you like the concept of freedom? Don't you like the concept of being able to speak your mind without being attacked? Why is it that these people ask for things that don't make sense? Sharia law. What is this Sharia law going to do for you, Bikono Nigerians? Sometimes don't allow religion to get in the way of your thinking, for God's sake. Look at Iran. They're living under Sharia law. Do you want Nigeria to be like Iran? Underdeveloped, living in poverty? Do you want all that? Or do you want to be like Afghanistan, where women can't speak, they don't have voting rights, they can't go to school, they can't use a phone? Is that the kind of world you want to live in? What kind of thinking is this? Don't you want to live in a world where your voice is heard, where you contribute to the society? I don't understand this religion. I don't get it. I just don't. I don't understand all that. Hey! Nah, Nigerians, nah, wafona. Nah, wafona. Before you think, take away religion now. Think clearly. Use this thing called sense. Hi! Nah,
And taking over. It is the same cause these people want in Nigeria. It is the same cause they are fighting in Nigeria. This is actually what they want. So anybody who fails to understand at this point, I don't see you like somebody who is smart, no matter the level of your education and the way you do things. But if I see you that you fail to understand this simple thing, it's a global problem. It's not only Nigeria problem.
Yeah.
Now, I was listening to what is it called? CDS, Christopher Musa, in the same video on Arise News that I published. He made mention of something. He said, we must collaborate with Niger Republic, we must collaborate with Benin Republic, we must collaborate with Mali, Burkina Faso, these people, that the same problem they are facing is the same problem we are facing. Now, this is a simple thing. Burkina Faso, Mali said they are facing the problem of radical Islam, Islamic terrorism, who want to make sure they bring the dictates of Sharia into their country. So that is Islamization. So if Christopher Musa said that we are facing the same problem with Mali and Burkina Faso, it means that Christopher Musa has accepted that the problem Nigeria is facing is Islamization. So we must call it the way it is. If you like, speak grammar from now till next tomorrow. You will live and die. Your future generation will not understand that this country was never an Islamic country before. They will wake up and see things around them that this is just a Sharia state. And that is what people are doing. Okay, what we make Christopher Musa said people are sponsoring these people, that there are some people who are sponsoring them. Benue State Governor said people in the Senate are sponsoring them. Kunde Olawumi said people who are sponsoring them are in Aso Rock. T.Y. Danjuma said that the military and the police are colluding with these people, and so on and so forth. Different generals indicted, former military generals. This is not terrorism. This is Islamization. So I don't know how to explain this thing better than this. But I'm telling you that Sheikh Ahmed Gumi just informed Nigeria that there will be war, that Nigerians must endure the pains of war. So if you did not decode or understand what this man is actually saying, so it is to your own detriment. But we understand the time we are now. The reason why it's important in the olden days, prophets were known for reading out the signs of times. You must be able to read the signs of times, what is actually going on now. You must be able to know the signs of time. So the period we are now is a period where people are preparing for massive like the war we are seeing now is not massive, it's not all out war, okay? But in this period, people are preparing for all out war, like all out war. They actually want this country to go into a full-blown war, and because they have strategized, they have infiltrated, they have done everything. They are very good at taking up different locations in this country. This is because you were sleeping and saying it's not going to be possible. And up to today, some persons are still saying it's not going to be possible. Just wake up to the reality and face them with the word. It's not going to be possible, coupled with action. So not just sitting down and say it's not going to be possible. What are you doing? What are you doing? This man is just telling you everything going on every day. He warned Christopher Musa, don't fight these people. Didn't you see the video? He warned the federal government, don't kill the terrorists. Didn't you see the video? So I have been following this man. I understand everything he's doing and what he wants. Anyway, Let's watch and understand what is going on.
These northern leaders, one name stands out, Sheikh Ahmed Gumi. And today we are going to talk about who Gumi really is. Now, before I proceed, I want...
Wow. This is scary. This is scary. I am not even kidding. This is really scary. And every Nigerian should be worried about this. I don't care if you're a Muslim, if you're a Christian. Every well-meaning Nigerian should be worried about this. Should be worried about this. I pray that this doesn't happen to Nigeria. Wallahi talai. I hope it doesn't happen.
Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, you have walked into the forest many times, but today, the forest is looking back at you. Nigerians has watched your pattern. Saudi Arabia has watched your pattern. The world has watched your pattern.
Why is this thing looking? What's the problem?
You build your influence in silence, but today,
the VPN is messing up or what? What is this? What the hell? Look at this. Still connected, but yeah.
silence is no longer your shelter. Understand this clearly. No man who legalized terror escape the wrath of truth. Your blueprint is no longer hidden. Your methods are no longer mysterious. Your alliances is no longer invisible. You became the voice of men with guns, but now Nigeria is becoming the voice against.
It's a shame. It's a shame. I'm ashamed of Nigerian government. You want to Islamize Nigeria? How is this Nigeria's problem? How can this stop poverty? How can this bring development?
It's not a threat. It is a mirror. Look at it very well and see yourself clearly, because we have seen you and your script is finished from child.
Oh my God, Nigeria, how did you get into this mess? How?
Gumi grow up inside power, not money power, not political power, na ideological power. And man, Gumi was born this.
I agree. Why is this thing keep hooking? What the hell? Oh, sorry about this, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna cut this video though. I don't know why these things misbehave.
First of October 1960 in Kano State, Ahmad Gumi attended Sardauna Memorial College for his secondary school education. Afterward, he gained an admission into Ahmadu Bello University, where he studied medicine. After graduating, Gumi was enlisted into the Nigeria Defense Academy and he served as a medical officer. He attended the rank of a captain before he retired. By then, he had already have a deeper exposure to military structure, their operation, and their strategy. Now, after leaving the army, he traveled to Saudi Arabia. This is where Gumi transformation started from. Gumi got enrolled into Akura University, where he was exposed to deeper Islamic rules and laws, global Islamic politics, and Islamic ideological power shaping Africa. Now, people don't understand the importance of those things when Gumi they exposed to. Saudi Arabia is where you learn how Islamic influence operates on a global level. Now, after the whole study in Saudi Arabia, Gumi returned back to Nigeria. But at that time, he was not just an Islamic preacher anymore. He was now a product of two systems, a military mind plus a religious identity. That combination is rare, dangerous, and powerful in the north. Now, after he came back from the Saudi Arabia, he became a teacher in the Nigeria Defense Academy. So, with all this knowledge, where Gumi gathered from Saudi and Nigeria Academy, he started doing preaching work. He was doing some daily Tafa program, preaching religion. So, this man started coming on air, start doing some.
Wow. He's even a very smart man. What? So he had a... Oh my goodness.
Charity work. So people call them see him as public figure. So he call them gain followers. Now, many of these armed groups that is in the forest, the X-Men, the Boko Haram, all those people, they don't.
I don't know why this thing keeps hooking me. My VPN is turned on, but network is
They
also
listen
strong.
to this man preaching, to his program. So they always see this man as a father. Now, why is he say many of them, they respect us so much? Because this bandit, we never trust a certain politician, a Christian leader, or a military officer. But you see Gumi mirror these people. They can see their self in him. Now,
Hi, that's fucked up. Kai, nah, man. Can't make this stuff up. You just can't. This is really scary. I'm telling you. Every Nigerian should be terrified.
yes, where it becomes more tough. Within the northern Nigeria, there is a quiet, massive competition going on. A competition for religious dominance, political influence, control of armed groups. So, for Gumi, becoming the man that can talk to bandits, make Gumi itself a power structure.
Yeah.
Outside politics, because that will give him influence, relevance, funding, and political leverage. So every time bandits strike again, Gumi become important again. That is why he defends them publicly, because he strengthens his role as a negotiator. Know this, bandits are not just criminals, they are a force, and whosoever influences them owns power. Now listen carefully, this is the part people don't know about him yet. Gumi has an agenda independently of everyone around him, and his agenda is bigger than bandits, bigger than government, bigger than Nigeria. Gumi is trying to become the ideological godfather of northern bandits, but without openly identifying himself as a jihadist. That is why when Gumi traveled to Saudi to perform the Hajj pilgrimage, despite having a valid visa, he was denied entry. You should ask yourself, why a country that welcomed me before suddenly marked him as red flag? Because Saudi intelligence.
Wow. Shigumi is a very powerful person, though, and he shouldn't be messed with.
Saw what Nigeria has refused to see. The danger here is not that Gumi speak to bandito. Anyone can talk to anyone. The danger is that Gumi defines them. He creates the language around them. He gives them an identity beyond crime. And that is dangerous, because narrative build legitimacy, and legitimacy build power. I know some of you might be wondering why they never arrest this man, because if Gumi should be exposed, names go come out. The name what we no ever expect for this country, all of them will come out. That is why the government
Oh boy.
are playing safe. So this is the overview of who Gumi is. Because now, bandit don't they give order, make police arrest politicians.
Oh boy.
They will not fall to these people trouble because that is the agenda they want to set to Nigeria. So should not be carried away with this.
There's a problem, oh. Wallahi. Wala do.
Plan. How we respond, we now determine our fate to know where we belong to, and for bandit to know where they will belong to. That is it all for now.
Wow. Wow. Everybody should be fucking scared as a Nigerian. If you're a well-meaning Nigerian, you should be scared. You should be really scared. For real. Because, man, what this guy said here, it's a lot to take in. It's true. It's true. You see, this year, 2026, is a year of exposure. Ever since that strike took place in Sokoto, ever since Trump struck Sokoto, a lot of things has been happening. A lot of names. Sheikh Gumi was one coming out crying, "Oh, don't kill them! No. See this year, things go so up. Things will happen, but may God help us all. May God protect all of us. No easy.